Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 164 of the Terminus podcast for the week, really, of July 24th, 2021. This is only a week after the last podcast because we didn't do a whole episode last time, and I was like, we probably should cover some news. And also, it is kind of noteworthy that the volume of news between last episode and this, it's not a little bit, but it's not a lot. It almost feels manageable. So with the subbing in the people, which I'll get to in a second, I'm back to the idea that maybe this could be more than a bi-weekly podcast. Anyway, I am your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have my engineer, Jacob Durbin, my fireman, Jared
Hello.
Cole, a horseman, East Rail, my son.
Hello.
Yo, yo, yo!
And HFM Bears returning for probably like the fourth or fifth time.
Hi!
Welcome.
I'm feeling kind of sick, so bear with me.
Yeah, TB is a little under the weather, but hopefully things will be okay. It is about 7:40 on a Saturday night, and the dog has just decided to stand up for some reason, and I'm wondering why. Okay, he's laying back down. Anyway, before he gets too pesty, the train will terminate at this station.
Alright, so here we are in Galesburg, Illinois. It is bright, it's sunny, the sun is setting, and we have a podcast to do.
That's damn right, and we have some notes on the Class 1 Mantle Responsibility. All three of them are from CSX. All three of them were on back-to-back days. CSX derailed a train on the 21st of July, and then they derailed a train on the 20... Oh, wait, that's the same train. Hold on. I think the first one is two different trains, because I may have goofed. Let me just double-check.
These look like the exact... Ellis.
What's up?
The same article has the video you linked on the second day.
That's fine. That's fine. These are just things we get sent, and I think this too is attached to the wrong thing. Either way, I'm pretty sure we had at least two, maybe three separate incidents on CSX. One was an intermodal derailment or wreck, and the other one was a coal train derailment. And the third
that's
one,
probably messy.
it wasn't that bad if I recall. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it was three different wrecks. One of them was hopper cars and plastic pellets, and one of them was intermodal stuff, and the other one was whatchamacallit. The other one was the coal train. Let me just let me fix these links real quick. Are you okay? Lafayette just smashed his head on my subwoofer.
Looks like they torn up the... Looks like the wheels... The hoppers tore up the rails.
That happens a lot in accidents, believe it or not.
I know.
The rails get effed. Anyway.
They get dominated to be as family friendly as possible.
They get hecked.
They get wrecked.
They get turned into mom spaghetti. Oh, damn it. Anyway.
Family show my ass.
We've got alright. Well, there it goes. Well, we tried. Everyone set your timers. That's how long we lasted. Anyway.
That's what she said.
Put the money in the swear jar.
Yeah, money in the Iron Horseman's swear jar. That's what I need for next trip. Nobody tripped up the board, like the injury board. So.
Then what happened with Matt's eye?
That didn't happen at the house.
Oh.
That happened at the WMNF, which, by the way, the WMNF is working on their roundhouse, which we may have mentioned last show, but I have an article for it that I wanted to share with everybody. It is actually, it's really exciting. When's the last time people built a roundhouse, except for JJJ?
But they're actually going to use this in daily service, not like, yes, a fine addition to my collection. I'm going to say it's been probably several years since the last roundhouse has been built.
Yeah. It's been a long while. But yeah, they're building this adorable little 3-stall roundhouse. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of it, but the article has pictures aplenty. And I'm going to be seeing it again because I'm going there with TJ in 2 weeks. And so we'll probably have another podcast in 2 weeks on like hey, this is what we did at WWF, because apparently once you go, you can't stop going.
I want to move up there.
I know. It's such a great place.
Here comes a
Give me a job, pleading face.
Pleading face, please. Get a job with the WWF. Unfortunately, it's all volunteer, but hey. Has anyone else been doing volunteer work?
Not really.
Not really.
No. It's too damn busy.
I want to volunteer at the IRM.
Yeah.
Do it.
I heard you went with fruit, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
And you drove the thing. Did we talk
actually,
about that?
No, I haven't had to talk about that. I got to drive my first, operate my first train. So it was on the 4th of July, the day after my birthday, and I wanted to go to the IRM on my birthday, but after work I was just too damn tired.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, let's go on the 4th. Glad we did, because there wasn't that many people at the museum, so we had free reign over pretty much everything.
That's awesome.
And Fruit was like, you know what? Since we're going this weekend, your birthday present from me is getting to run the Highlanders. It was $10 to do that.
Which is such a steal.
Right? Dude, it was literally like... It was the best birthday present I've had in years. And there is footage of this. I can get it later, but... man, experience of a lifetime. If you guys ever get a chance to do it, just do it. Like, you will not regret it. It was surreal, and I don't know. I absolutely loved it, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life.
That like solidified it for you too, because I remember you coming back and be like, no, I know, I've got to change. I've got to get a job at the CTA. And I was like, so, damn, yes.
Some kind of rail company, like it literally solidified. I enjoyed it as much as I always thought I would. Like, dream come true. I know I sound like a foamer, but like, dream come true.
Yeah, let's just hope your interviewer doesn't find this podcast.
I doubt it.
They find it and then, oh, you're hired.
Yeah, you're exactly the type of foamer we're looking for. I mean, person we're looking for.
Someone just suddenly sees the... Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Someone just suddenly sees this podcast, and then, boom, Ellis is in an anime.
Wait, what?
How did we go to anime?
Wait a second. I don't know.
No anime.
I was joking. Alright, I'm kidding,
You know what they say, though? A man who enjoys his job never works a day in his life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would literally be that operator that's like working overtime. Like, yeah, no, I got nothing else to do. Let me just make money.
Let me drive more trains. It's like, TBA, why won't you play Run 8 with us anymore? Oh, because I'm busy at work. You at work.
Dude, if you guys, me and Julius were joking about this, but it's like when we go to Chicago and TBA comes by, he's all.
I did that, but it was while I was driving by Shelby's house earlier today. But
does she know who it is?
I mean, usually, but see, sometimes she'll text me just, "Hey, Ellis," just at random because somebody honked outside her house and she thought it was me, which is always the best. But anyway, East, were you going to seg to anime, and how is it relevant to this podcast?
It's not relevant at all besides my bad financial decisions.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we've talked about those. We've talked about bad financial decisions at length.
When haven't we had bad financial decisions? That's the thing.
Oh, I'm really trying to avoid one right now because right at the end of the trip, we set up my Lionel trains in a loop around the house, and I've needed more straight pieces.
Hey, Ellis, you know who has a bunch of straight pieces?
Who?
That they want to get rid of?
Who? You?
Yeah.
You have a bunch of fast track?
Yeah.
Bruh. I mean, I accept. Just name your price, I guess.
$1 million.
And this is how you negotiate, people.
Yeah.
I guess the negotiator.
I'm not trying to negotiate well. I don't think you're gonna rip me off, but listen,
do you know
I've
how
browsed...
old your line out trains are?
How old mine are? They're all under, like, they've all got to be under 15, except for the ones I got from my cousins John and Chris. So, and I don't know how old those are. I don't know if they had those, like if they got those as a kid, or if they were someone else's that they received. So honestly, I have no date on the oldest set and the old track and stuff.
Because like Lionel is classic, and I mean, and I don't know, like weren't they like the first model railroad producer or something like that?
Were they? I know they were. I know they're really old. I know they had their like 100th birthday not too long ago.
I don't think they're the first, but they are certainly one of the earliest.
Yeah, they're certainly like the most famous in terms of brand recognizability.
That's true.
At least in the U.S. or in North America.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, true.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about like general public appeal, not just like FOMO appeal. I feel like everyone off the street knows what a Lionel train is, or at least most people do. Whereas, you know,
if you go up to someone and mention Bachman, they're gonna be like, "What?
The Bachman."
Yeah, Bachman.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Either that or the first thing they'll think of is Thomas the Tank Engine.
Lionel train in the coin bank. Lionel coin bank.
Save your money.
Save your money. Save your money.
I need to find a coin bank and ship it to you, Ellis.
I had a coin bank, a Lionel coin bank once.
Please ship it to me, but put Gloria's name on it. She'll love that, and by love it, I mean she'll get really mad.
I would if I knew where it is.
I won't be invited back to your house if I do that.
It's okay. I'll sneak you in. I'll smuggle you in.
I'll be contraband.
Coming through the back.
JDur is contraband. I found a name for this episode already.
Well, just wait. You might get another one.
Yeah. Oh, God. The stuff we get to talk about. Speaking of which, I know you had a lot you wanted to talk about. I know it's going to be like spiel from your neck of the woods, but, you know, you have an interest in these things, and we have a vicarious interest in these things. So go ahead.
Yes, I do. So, we've got a lot of ridership on both CTA and Metra increases. CTA's ridership is up 56% from the COVID pandemic lows, whereas Metra is up 25%. Oh, sorry, 30%.
Okay,
which is good. Not as much as CTA, but that's because Metra doesn't get you.
If I had to hazard a guess, I feel like Metra caters to the longer distance commuters who are better off.
Like suburbs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I bet a lot of those people just work from home now. You know, or it's going to be a while till they go back. I know my company hasn't like started saying everyone's back in the office full time. I have to be in the office 3 days a week, otherwise they'll give my cubicle away. But it's not like I have to be there. If I didn't care about my cube, I could probably keep working from home at least for another couple months without going back.
And it's good to see though that like the world's opening back up again.
Yeah, it is nice, even with the whatever.
You know, I do want to say, I am impressed with how quickly we overcame and started getting this vaccine out. It was a year, 1 year. Whereas, like, look at back in the older days where it would take multiple years to get a vaccine out for some new disease.
Yeah. Did the Spanish flu go on for like 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
It was a long time.
Something like that.
That's how long I was expecting COVID to last, like around as long as the flu did. That flu did.
And that's, that just kind of goes to show like the advance in technology in the medical field. It's impressive. I was impressed.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the CTA is receiving a $13.96 million emergency preparedness fund. I'm not sure. That's all it states.
For the next pandemic.
To improve emergency.
No, don't.
No, don't.
And then
what is this? East, what is this?
What is what?
The picture.
Oh, that's 253.
253?
The Google Maps. Wait, hold up. Are we talking about the Google Map image?
Yeah. What is
that's
253?
That's the 080.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, wait, oh, I see it. I see the first picture.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what that first picture was.
No, yeah, it's the second. Here, I can grab a better picture.
Is this near you? What is this?
This is in USSC Clewiston.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's another U.S. sugar boy.
And then we had a few people. There were 3 incidents where cars drove around the gates on the Metro's high-speed line, quote unquote. On the racetrack, they got taken out and unfortunately passed away. Stay behind the gates.
Yeah, don't shake hands with danger. Please. Stop. The train wins every time.
Stop, because trains going 80 can't.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I mean, they can after a mile.
Yeah, they won't stop before they'll stop after they hit you as a courtesy.
Don't dump it till you thump it.
Okay.
Literally what rail crews say. That's the rule of thumb. Don't stop your train unless you actually hit something.
Oh, God. I mean, I can understand why. But, yikes. That's all I have to say.
Yikes.
Things rail crews say. Oh, God. What
that is all from my neck of the woods.
Okay. How's that flyover coming?
Oh, dude, it's almost done. They're working on it.
Is there track on it yet?
Yeah, it's got all the track laid out. They're actually building the switch next to the Belmont station. It's actually, I know, it's clear as day as to how they're gonna do it now. So, like, they're gonna. I'm assuming they're gonna chop out the little curve and just kind of slide the switch into place, and because the way it's made right now, the brown and purple line tracks trains share the same platform, and the brown line crosses over, and the brown line continues on, or the purple line continues down the red line tracks. But this flyover is going to alleviate delays as the brown line crosses over the 3 different main lines. But the purple line still has to go north, so that's why the switch is going to be there, and it's going to be awesome to see when it's done. Next time I'm over there, I'll get some more pictures.
Yeah, that's really exciting. They're building a highway flyover near me, so I'm sort of wondering what's going to be done first, your flyover or mine.
I can't wait to go right over it, bro.
Imagine if they're going to do like a ceremonial first train over. How cool would that be?
Dude, like if they took a train, put it on the top, took a picture, and was like, yeah.
They might with like the workers and stuff. We have,
right?
on the note of volume, though, real quick, I just wanted to say, I remember receiving an email at work about, like, hey, we did traffic counts, and the traffic volumes seem like they're back to normal. So that's a number. That's a good...
That's good,
yeah.
I guess.
Traffic, means people driving.
Yeah, you can get stuck in traffic just the same as you did before the pandemic. Isn't that amazing?
No.
Nature is healing, guys.
Does anybody miss, like, the first couple months when no one was on the road and it felt like The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Dude, that was
I didn't leave the house for 6 weeks when it happened, but...
Oh, jeez. I used to go on drives, like, every other day or so, just so I would not be in the house. Of course, I didn't leave my car, so I didn't really go very far, but I drove around a bunch.
Hey, you know, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But anyway. Well, does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about that they did in the last couple of weeks?
I went filming a few days ago. Jada, you can go ahead.
Same.
No, it's not, well...
Other than Apollo, JDur.
Yeah, other than Apollo, I've been... Well, okay.
Actually, how was your ride home as well? We didn't get to talk about that last show because you were still here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was really good. We got into Sandusky about an hour 15 late. They had, I don't know what was going on. They had some kind of problems with like the I don't know, the interlocking or something in Albany.
Oh.
And we were literally a platform over from the train that came up from New York that we needed to connect to. And we didn't for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yikes!
Just sat there.
That sucks.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't mean to pin everything on the Livingston Avenue Bridge, but there is a non-zero possibility that it's because of the stupid bridge.
Maybe. Well, the thing is that both trains were there. Like, we were on the next platform over.
I know, but like you'd have to pull up and then back down onto that train, or however they do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
I always forget that the FEC runs fuel cars, and I'm always like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it looks like pocket trains.
Yes,
you know pocket trains?
Yes, dude, it really does.
So here's the picture of a Florida East Coast. It's LNG, right? It's liquid natural gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few days ago, I went foaming, rode my bike down to Fort Lauderdale, because that was the second day that Brightline resumed hourly operations, not for public service, but to train the engineers. And so they're
Kill
running
more people.
yes, to resume the streak of going strong.
Enemy spotted.
Nature's healing, people are dying.
Jesus. And those two do typically go hand in hand.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are happy that the world's back to normal.
Pam!
Yeah, it's 100 degrees with 90% humidity down here, as always. But yeah, Brightline's
Alright, I'm
beginning of running trains again for testing, and they plan by the end of the month to hopefully be able to run full passenger trains again, depending on the COVID situation.
Can I have your SW 1500s?
And then I just caught FEC as well.
Oh, there's JDur's engine.
Yeah, I've been working on this for past couple days since I've been home. Before I left for Apollo, I had it painted. I had all the parts on. All it needs now, well, let's see. Yesterday I did the lettering, did most of the lettering. Today I finished it. Now I'm weathering it. And all that's left is to put the lights in, put the cab windows in, put it back on the chassis, and it's ready to go. Chassis is already done. I put all the...
How does the
DCC
lettering
in.
work on model engines? Do you paint them on?
No, these are water slide decals. I think you can paint them on, but I don't...
Dude, I feel like that would be
more trouble than it's
really
worth.
difficult to do.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, maybe
can
like
if you're-
G-scale or something.
If you're a heart surgeon, you have the steadiest hand in the world.
Yeah,
Which I do not.
I'm sure we'd all lose our minds doing that.
Also, I do want to ask, how do water slide decals work? Because I've never decaled anything before.
Is it like watercolor?
I don't think so.
Kinda. So at least how I've been doing it. You take the decal, you cut out what you want, drop it in water, and then it has like I don't. It's like some kind of special paper. I don't really know what it's called, but whatever the paper they're printed on, you drop it in water, and it soaks for I don't know a minute or so, and then the paper then you'll be able to slide the decal off of the paper onto the model. Like it just it basically breaks that bond.
Gotcha.
So it's almost kind of like when you put a wrap on your car.
Yeah, same idea.
We sell... I didn't point these out to anybody, but maybe I should have. We sell, I think we sell extra decal books for Providence Northern.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just noticed that there was a pack of decals up above all the club cars. Also, the sheer amount of club cars that we sold on Apollo, and with East as well, I hope that makes them happy, and it atones a little bit for the trouble we caused, the mess we made.
So is that why everybody started changing their names to I spent this much money on so-and-so?
No, that's from Boothbay.
Yeah, when Hem bought 23.
Yeah, when
$500 worth of 2-foot.
When Hemlock left the museum to walk to a gas station, withdraw $500 in cash, and buy a brass 2-foot engine, and as they're walking up, the icing on the cake was as they're walking up, Matt sees him and starts going da-na-na, da-na-na, Da-da-da-da-da.
Bruh.
I think I have a video.
You got
I do.
So you got the video of them buying it, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah. I wanted to
Good.
send it in to Dean so he would like put it into his edited thing, but he
Hang on a
just
second.
threw all of his footage together and put out a video. And I was like, "Aw, okay, well, whatever. Maybe we can make a more detailed one in the future."
You
But
get to include WWF-isms. Or unless he's filmed some, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't. It's like an hour and a half video or whatever. I have not looked at
Yeah.
it. I don't know what's in there.
Neither have I.
But you know, it's a good memento.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Decals, yay.
yeah. So Metro wasn't the only railroad to achieve something.
on.
Tri-Rail has achieved its
Or guess.
100 millionth rider.
Oh wow.
Woo.
All Metro achieved was a kill streak.
It's okay.
Those are
Metro and
good too.
Brightline.
Yeah.
Those are good too, says Brightline.
And Brightline itself is
Well, hold
marching
on.
on.
Save the Brightline for the discussion topic section because
Oh, okay.
I wanna talk about that more. The
Okay.
Tri-Rail thing is neat. It's nice to call out, and that's why it belongs up top. But Brightline, oh boy, Brightline's exciting.
You know what else
they're
is-
what they're doing, what they're planning to do. I know you saw them, so we kind of cut into it a little bit. But
Yeah.
but like, I want to talk about it, especially their expansion stuff. So if we don't have anything further to touch on, it means it's time for the other thing.
One slight other thing is New War Thunder trailer just dropped and it features Bismarck or Turbits. It's kind of impossible to tell them apart.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
And
From
the
the mist.
comment section is a mix of capitalized Russian and people just screaming "Let's go" in English.
God damn it. Well, remember when Alaska was in one of the
Wow.
trailers and then we didn't get Alaska?
Yeah.
You know.
One of them says you cannot hide the truth.
Oh, that Bismarck was an inside job? Anyway, alright. Who's gonna do it? It's time for...
Locomotive versus.
Yeah,
Oh
there
wait,
we
it's
go.
versus, yeah.
Yeah, not Royale. Royale's the other thing.
I
We don't do
keep
those on the show.
saying Royale.
We don't do those
Guess
on
this
the
is what
show.
happens when you're in that a lot.
No, I was
All right.
doing yeah.
Anyway, in one corner we have the PRR-J1. Yeah, thanks. Do we have a picture?
Coming right
PRR-J1,
up.
I believe TBA's representing the J1. We have a
Damn right.
We have a CNO T-1, which the J1s were based off of. So this is going to be a very close race, I think. And who's going to represent the T-1? If there's no takers, I will.
Do it.
All right.
I kind of want to see Ellis face his own.
I don't really like the J1, so I don't feel bad about this.
I actually quite love the J1.
I know you do. I remember you had one on Whore Island. I mean, that one
TBA, that's the wrong chat. You put it in gaming.
Oops.
Oops.
Terror of the Seas! That is
Yes, the J1, the terror of
The
the sea.
PRJ1. terror of the not even C's. C apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Possessive C.
Oops.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Fort Master. I don't mean to be mean to you. It's just kind of funny. Okay, so we have the CNO T-1, which that's not a pretty locomotive, and the PRJ1, which is also not the prettiest engine, but I think it's slightly more aesthetically pleasing.
Also,
Wait,
on the the
wait.
island route, I didn't have a J1. I had a Y6B.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, it was one of your other
And
locomotives.
Everything on that island was NNW.
Wait a second. The T1s aren't Northerns?
Wrong T1s.
No. Like, wait, is this not? Oh, it's CNO. Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw T-1 and my brain instantly thought Reading.
No, not the Reading.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get to its page real quick. Oh wait, duh, it's linked. That's why we do this. I made life easier for myself, and now I'm ignoring it. Okay, so
We need to
Oh,
let
man.
them decide who goes first.
yeah, I was gonna say, You guys get to pick who goes first. There's 3 of you, so there shouldn't be a tie.
I vote Ellis
Okay.
for non-biased reasons.
Thanks, kiddo. All right.
No problem, Dad.
Any other votes? No? Okay. T-1 it is.
Good job, guys.
I don't know. I don't know where Bears and JDur are. JDur's
I'm
muted.
still here.
Alright, you just had no opinion?
Nah.
Okay. Cool.
I just don't know why. I don't even know why I'm not saying anything either.
Well, I'm
We
gonna
just exist.
I'm gonna roll the dice and start with Loco Base ID.
98.
95.
Shoot!
Also, I'm gonna have trouble. You're gonna have to enter your own points because this is gonna be troublesome. Just my window is not cooperating. But all right, so I have
Now
that
it's
point.
the time
Let's
as my
see.
host of another series to take control.
Okay. You can do that if you want to just fill in the points. Let's see. What am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna pick
Ham check on Fort Madison.
total engine and tender weight.
Great. 984,140 pounds.
981,000 pounds.
Charger
You
on Fort Madison too.
You said 984, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank God, I just missed it. I can fill in my own points. I just can't fill in his.
I got my points.
Okay. All right, East, you're relieved of duty.
Ah.
Well, with that in mind, I'm gonna do factor of adhesion.
Gotta find it. There it is. 3.96.
Damn it! 4.07. You're slightly closer than I am.
Well
Alright.
then.
Mark a point for yourself, and it's your turn.
What's your tractive effort?
Tractive effort is 91,584 pounds.
95,484.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger. I should have done more weight stats. Although with how close they were, I don't think I would have won. You're probably weighted down by your...
Ellis, make me proud.
I don't think it's going to happen, man. I think we're going to end up with the same C&O ending we usually do.
Let's see
Which
here.
is, my memory's bad, but for those that don't know,
Well, generally, what happens when there's C&O stuff is you represent it and then lose.
no, that's true.
So, it might not be a U thing. It might be a C&O thing.
What is your high pressure cylinder diameter times stroke?
All right, high pressure cylinders. 29 by 34.
Same.
Ooh, yay! I'll take that. We take those, even though they don't help us very much. I'm gonna do tender loaded weight.
I hate you.
Oh, boy.
411,500 pounds.
Wait, are you effing serious?
Yeah.
415,000 pounds.
Sheesh! How do you have a heavier
Whoa.
tender than a coast to coast?
I guess you weren't measured with the coast to coast. I have no idea. I have no flaming clue.
You know what?
Impossible.
I'm gonna do research.
Okay, do some research because I'm flummoxed. I mean, I lost that point fair and square, but damn.
All right, let me check the. I'm gonna check. Okay, so coast to coast tender could carry about.
Oh, hold on. Spoilers.
Sorry.
Silence.
All right. Less research. TBA, your turn.
All right. Tender water capacity.
All right. Tender water capacity. My tender water capacity is 23,500 gallons.
That's why you're heavier. I only have 21,000.
Okay. I'll take that. Point number 3 for moi. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Let me just look at these engines real quick. I'm gonna do. No, you know what? I don't think I can do that one. Let's see. Oh, do you have a booster?
Yeah.
All right. What's your booster poundage?
15,000.
15,275.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, way to be those guys.
Interesting.
You know. All right. So I said I should do more weight stats, and then I botched that immediately. Let's do. I don't think that's worthwhile. I don't think I should do that. Let's do weight on drivers.
377,800 pounds.
373,000 pounds. Let's do. Oh God, I'm so concerned. You know what? I'll just dive into this. I'll touch this briefly. Let's do firebox area.
Oh boy.
Man, we got a big firebox on this one.
No kidding.
Firebox area is 575 square feet.
Oh my God, it's small. 645 square feet.
Sheesh.
That's a difference. All right. Robert Lamantini's power computation.
Dun, 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 dun. 33,468.
Oh God damn it! All right. Well, that tells me something. 31,642.
Same as above plus superheater percentage.
Cool. 41,451.
43,842.
Damn it! I've opened the door.
Power L1.
I accidentally gave myself a point, but I didn't mean to. Power L1 is 42,708.
44,209.
Damn it.
Power MT.
Power T is 1262.
1,289.
Damn. Oh, you just swept me on power computations.
I just mocked you.
Wow.
Well, here we are. It's 6-7, I believe. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up with the counting there. 6-7.
I'm gonna stay away from heating ability since you clearly have a bigger firebox. Although, no, just go away. What's your driver diameter?
69, nice.
70.
Nice.
Damn it! I was so worried about that.
I was too.
Oh God, I knew they were similar. Just Jesus. Okay.
Wait. Yeah, no, I win because I have bigger.
Yeah, yours are bigger.
By an inch.
An
Let's see
inch makes a
here.
difference, I guess. But yours is not 69, so it's not nice.
Let's see here. No, that's not what I want to do.
That's him.
What is your
That's him.
axle loading?
Axle loading. Do I have that? I am not sure. Oh wait, I do have that. My axle loading is 75,000 pounds.
76,800.
Oh, cool. I'll take it. Minimum weight of rail.
126.
124.
Yeah, I'm heavier.
All right, so it's 8-8. What am I gonna do now? I feel like I've won 8. If I screwed up the counting, I apologize.
I think you're good.
Okay. What do I do? What do I do?
I apologize for my cat squeaking in the background.
Oh no, it's adorable. I can't hear it, but I assume it's adorable. All right, so
Oh.
let's do great area, I guess.
121.70 square feet.
Damn it!
What?
121.70 square feet. We literally have the same.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
What about okay, so going back to power, what about same as above but substitute firebox area for great area?
219,857.
219. Oh Jesus. 207,144.
Oh, that's the one I win. Okay. Okay. I just heard TBA's mom come in, so I'm gonna wait a second and think about my next move.
It's all good.
You know what? All right, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. Or that. There are several that I'm looking at and going, I don't win those. Or at least I tie, you know. Let's do... I'm gonna... No, that probably doesn't help me. We had the same size cylinders, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so I don't think that's gonna help me. Let's do flue and tube length.
20.89.
21 even. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so it's 10-9. God, we're close. That's exactly what I wanted out of this Royale.
This isn't a Royale!
Damn it, I did it. I'm doing it too now. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's contagious.
I'm so sorry. I just accidentally kicked the dog.
Bruh.
Not hard,
Wow.
but lightly. He didn't even wake up. He's still asleep.
Puppies.
That's good.
Puppies are invincible.
I just swung my feet under my desk and I forgot he was laying down there. Oh, poor guy. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? I'm not gonna win that one. Engine wheelbase.
Great.
Hang on a sec.
Um,
Oh, wait. I picked the wrong one. I went
40
to...
I did my, well, too late. 49.25.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
49.20.
Bro.
Dude, I have bigger drivers, so of course I'm a
I'll
little
take
bit
it.
bigger.
Well, no, that's why I wanted to ask driver wheelbase, and that's my next one.
24.33.
Mine is 24.30.
Piss off,
I think that's
bro.
the first time the 100th place just came in clutch. Okay, I'll take that. I'm looking at these different engines real quick, just seeing if there's anything I think I can win in the style points. How far do I have to get ahead to make myself safe? I don't think I can. I think I'm hosed no matter what.
No, because I don't know how to play this game.
Yeah, but it's a Pensy engine. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, oh no. Oh god, what do I do? What do I do? Sorry, I'm trying to think so hard right now. The smoke,
you know what?
The
I know
smoke
what I
is
need to do.
pouring out of my ears.
I know where I need to go.
All right. Seeing as you figured that out, I'm gonna say nope. Let's go to style points. We'll call it 12-9, and we'll do judge's choice. So JDur, Bears, and East, you each get one. Oh, whew.
Oh, stylist points? What is...
No. Judge's choice first.
Judge's choice.
So you guys each get one stat you can call that you're interested in hearing.
Alright, let's see here.
Ooh. Does anybody have any
Have
ideas?
you done loco base ID?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did that first. I opened with that. I was like, mine's low. His was also
Let's
very
see
low.
what we got here. Okay, for
I
the...
know exactly what I want to do.
All right, what is it?
Ellis Amelio's weight computation.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Let's go to the local Royale doc for this. Ellis Amelio's weight computation. I'll be on top. I'll go in the first column. You go in, or the first row. You go in the second row. So that is weight on drivers. Copy this. Paste values only. Because I'm not going to be that guy. And then
It still works. Good.
engine weight.
Divided by engine weight?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, weight on drivers divided by engine weight. Mine is 0.66.
0.65.
Yes!
Wow.
Bruh.
Oh. All right,
These
I'll
are
take
Point,
that.
0.65975,133.
Okay.
you gotta get those significant figures in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, JDur, Bears, do you have an idea?
Uh,
I'm... Well, Sorry, I am so lost.
And any stat that you'd like to hear us call that we haven't called yet.
Okay, so, alright, you've done... Okay, let's see. Minimum weight of rail, did you do that?
We did.
No, I don't think we
Alright,
did.
let's
We
see.
did. You
Oh,
had
yeah, we
126.
Yep. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so, like, I know you did, like, driver diameter.
Mhm.
Like, there's... Okay, you've done evaporative heating surface, like,
No,
I
we
think.
Oop, Jeevo's on Fort Madison.
Go ahead, then.
Okay, evaporative heating surface 6624.
65, 68.
Wait, really? Yours
Oh,
is lower? Holy crap!
Yeah.
I was scared to death of that stat.
Same.
Oh,
Look
interesting.
how chonky your boiler is.
Well, I
Did we
mean...
do?
Oh,
Never
the last
mind.
pick is JDur's, but if you guys want to suggest one for him to do, you can, I suppose.
Did we do?
gonna say, I have nothing.
We
Yeah.
did. We
We
did
did
all the
that.
power
Emotes.
computations.
Okay, I missed them.
Wait a minute. Have we done ratio of overall wheelbase to driver wheelbase?
No, we haven't. I was a little bit afraid of that one too.
Well, let's do that.
Okay. TBA, you go first.
0.49.
Oh, 0.49. Okay, that's a wash. All right, so there we stand. Now it's time for style points.
I just want to see, dude, how many numbers built did you have? Number built?
Number built 40.
Oh, see, I should have done that.
Yeah, no, that's one of the ones I looked at and went, nah, I'm not doing that. Not against the Pensy engine. But anyway, I don't know what I can properly earn a style point on. We're both very modern engines. We have a lot of the same fittings. The one thing I would like to ask the judges, which are the three people that aren't participating, do I get a style point for being the original that he copied?
Yes.
What does? Okay.
Like, the T-1s were leased by the PRR and then used as the basis for their J1s.
Yeah.
They were base, like, they also did that with the Norfolk and Western A class, but they preferred the T1s.
Yeah, they were basically taking samples. They were walking around Costco. They were walking around Costco taking samples, deciding what they wanted to eat for dinner.
And then they leased a bunch of
My
Santa
brother
Fe
ate my
210s
dinner.
and worked them to hell.
My years of foaming Royale have taught me well. Pensy has a folding coupler.
Uh,
That is true.
Yes.
Does the Pensy have a scoop? Like a water scoop?
I believe so. He should. I'm not sure if I do.
Bro, it's a coast to
Pretty
coast.
sure-
I'm pretty sure it does.
I'm pretty sure they do. Like, I checked the diagram, but
I have a trains model.
Pretty sure
Hey,
Ellis has an
we
air
are-
ringer.
we are
Uh,
coast to coast
I'm pretty sure
tender.
we both have an air ringer. That's right. I don't think I have a trains model. He does. So give yourself. I can do the points now. 12. It's now 12 to 15.
Let's see what we got here. Cats won't stop whining.
Let's see what else. Yeah, the folded coupler is a knockout. I see other things that I don't want to mention. I see many other things. I don't think I'm gonna win this if people get wise.
Oh, wait a minute. What kind
I mean,
of
I
valve gear do you guys have?
What kind of what?
Valve
What kind of
gear.
valve gear?
We both have Baker, I think, and that's a stat as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just one we didn't do. I was thinking of doing it, and then I saw we both had Baker. TBA, do you notice anything on your locomotive? You can.
I noticed the standards.
Well,
I have a big sand dome.
yeah, you do have more sand than I do. That is one of the things. You have more sand and better sand distribution, so you totally get the sand point.
I don't see what a Bella is on the J1, unless I'm blind. But
It was like under the pilot, I think.
Yeah, the bell I think is tucked under one of the shields on the other side, like on
okay.
the left side. Which, I mean, yeah, I don't think the bell on the CNO T1 can be manually rung either, but his definitely can't be. And I'll see if I can get a picture to confirm or deny that. We both have real life models, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I can't even find any diagrams that show if they had a scoop or not.
Oh well.
Well,
we
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume they did.
How about a side-on photo of a scoop?
Well, the PRR thing 100% had it. The CNO thing, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think that.
Wait a minute.
My mouse, didn't use trackpans.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I found.
No scoop.
Is the tender on 6755 considered a coast to coast or no?
I believe so. Yeah.
It has a scoop on it. Like I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this picture right now, and there is clearly one underneath it.
Yes.
And yep, there's one on there too.
Yes. Yes.
They did have scoops.
They did in fact have scoops because the PRR liked track pans. Let's see. I have light up number boards. Oh wait, so do you.
Under the head? Oh yeah, on the headlight. Yeah.
Yeah, on the side of the headlight. I've got nothing. I can't think of anything.
Power reverse? I don't even know.
We both have power reverse. We are too big to not even with the Pensy being like,
hey,
nah, we don't need that. That's for pussies.
Can the CNO guy, the Curse Spaghetti is actually a CNO T1?
That we have an emoji of it. Is that a valid style point?
I think that should be something.
You're gonna have to get either JDur or Bears to agree with you on that.
Okay, like what about what is you talking about?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I named it.
The emote we have in the server IH Curse Spaghetti is a picture of a CNO T-1 that's exploded.
Well, my opinion won't matter anyway, so I'm just gonna agree with JDur.
Okay, sure, I'll take it. It's 13 to 15.
And the Pensy thing gets a point for the window design. I don't remember what you call it, but I'm pretty sure you've given it in the past.
We have given that in the past, yes.
Because style or something, I don't know.
Although, it looks like the T1 has an all-weather cab.
No, I don't think so.
No, you guys, you don't. You don't.
Neither do.
Yeah, nobody has an all-weather cab.
I found a very cursed pic of a naked T1.
What? Oh, that kind of T1. Yeah, fair enough.
Ew.
The other one.
Lewd.
It's lewd. It's taking its front off. I'll show the audience.
It's flashing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
got
right,
everything on full display.
What the?
Like an uwu.
If
Do
you
we
got
call
it,
Reminds me of that image of Mallard during
Yeah.
test runs, like when it was restored back to operation, like in the 1980s. It reminds me of that.
that's
Yeah,
what I
it's-
was gonna say.
Slightly cursed.
If you got it, flaunt it.
Just, it's basically it's like the locomotive equivalent of a nudist photo.
Yes.
Nudist Pichu.
Not even like a nude photo, like a nudist photo. Like you didn't
Okay.
want to see this person naked.
Okay, one of you guys retired.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Oh,
fair.
God.
That's fair.
I have no idea. 52
Pretty early, cause
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say pretty early.
And TBA.
I don't know. Hold on. Where do
Okay, I
I see?
assume there were no
Where do I find
preservations
that?
of either
It might
of you.
be in the blurb on Locobase. Otherwise, I'm not sure.
I think you can double check it, but I think like
The
1957.
class was scrapped in 1957, 1959.
Okay.
Okay.
So you definitely get that point on me.
Basically.
I'm just sorry, some lights.
15 to 16. Uh-oh.
He's coming in
is that
close.
Do I get a style
Oh, no.
point for dog-houses on my
Ah,
tenders?
damn it! I was waiting for you to know. I was hoping you wouldn't notice that.
No, but hold up. Is that more a tender style point for the engine or more a style point for
It's
the
still a
fact that coast to
friggin'
coast?
style point.
Yeah, no, it's a style point.
Okay.
Also, who are you to complain about the doghouse style point,
No,
Mr.
but
BR52?
one is where that specific, only that specific engine got it versus every single engine on the road playing musical tenders.
Well, yes. Well, yes, but actually, yes. Every single engine playing musical tenders. Some of the coast... I'm pretty
Musical
sure
tenders.
most, if not all of the coast-to-coast had doghouses. Maybe some of them didn't. Is it a guarantee that these engines would have always had a coast-to-coast with a doghouse on it? No, but they probably did at some point. I don't...
Also, this might just be my inner Tyler coming out, but the...
Tender decking, question mark?
No, I was going to talk about how the CNO thing doesn't have as much obstruction in the front of the firebox. Well, the J1 has quite a lot of stuff just kind of stacked up in front of the firebox. Smoke box, that's what I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
the smoke box.
Bro, it's a smoke box. You're not gonna see anything either.
In fairness, both of them have tiny smoke box doors. So
yeah.
I see where you're coming from. If it like obstructed the door, or if the C&O engine had a bigger door, I would totally see where you're coming from. But no, they both have tiny baby smoke box doors. And they both have dual compound air compressors. Yada,
when were you guys built again?
They're both big modern engines. Well, that's actually a stat.
No, but I want to, because roller bearings.
Oh, out of curiosity, 1930.
42.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know if he has all roller bearings, but he might. He might not. I'm not sure.
Lead truck, it doesn't look like roller bearings.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. No, he doesn't.
That do be a friction bearing.
That is absolutely a friction bearing. All right, yeah. So never mind. No roller bearings to be found here.
404 roller bearing not found.
Anyway, all right, we'll call it there, I suppose, unless somebody has something else.
You can't end in a tie.
We've ended in a tie constantly. Do you have anything?
Rochambeau for it?
Yeah, sure. No.
He aims his pistol at the sky.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw my shot away. I honestly now.
Wait,
I'm looking at you,
hold up. Ellis has the longest service life by quite a while, though. Wouldn't that be a stat point? Longest service life.
That would be a style point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you were tired a few years earlier, but you were built 12 years earlier.
That's fair. Okay, then I guess that's that. Alright, so let me put this in the dock over here. Let me close out the other crap that I opened for this. PRJ1 versus... That's interesting. I would have thought I feel like if we got into more of the meat and potatoes of the stats, I feel like if I had made another blunder and given the ball back to TBA, I would have been totally hosed.
Yeah, probably.
GG.
GG's. Look at that. You took the C&O and actually won something.
I did it! Just barely. All right. Anyway, let's cast our votes. Obviously, TBA, you and I don't get a vote.
Right.
Nobody ever votes for me.
Oof.
Well, I'm just gonna vote the J1 simply because I'm more familiar with that.
Yeah, it's an engine. It's a good engine. All right, so that's one for the J1.
Oh, sorry.
What about you guys? JDur East.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm gonna vote for the T1.
Okay. So it's 1
You know
to
what?
1.
I like my C&O stuff, but at the same time,
Don't
the
do this
J1s worked side by side with the Santa Fe 210-4s, and those are absolutely Chad. We should next week we should do that.
Oh, what the T1s versus the J1 or the Santa Fe?
J1 versus the Santa Fe.
Oh,
I mean,
we have
like
we have the J1 versus the Santa Fe. Do you want me to add the T1 versus the Santa Fe?
I think the T1 would get clobbered.
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
Sure. Would go bye-bye.
Okay, we'll leave it the way it is. If
like,
anybody has a suggestion for Locomotive Versus, feel free to post it in the comments. Anyway.
All two of you.
Let's close that out. That means the J1 wins by the votes. PRR J1 by the votes. That's 2 to 1. There you go, TBA. People voted for you. The C&O won, and people voted for you.
That's a first.
This is a groundbreaking episode. And Brightline is breaking ground.
They are breaking ground.
Lots and lots and lots of ground. Like
all over the
1,300
country.
workers ground.
Yeah, all over the country too. We've got in Florida and
everywhere.
And Vegas.
Leave no stone unturned.
They seem
tell
to
us
like
about
very
it.
hot places.
Well, at least they found one without humidity. But yeah, tell us about what Brightline's up to, and let's talk about it a little bit.
So Brightline. Let's start with actual Brightline.
Okay,
so
like currently existing Brightline.
Yeah. So the first bit of news is Brightline's expansion between Orlando International Airport and Tampa has been approved. So screw the highways.
Yeah, well, They're gonna demand some compensation.
Yeah, the compensation can be not being hit by a train.
The compensation could be D's nuts.
Got it.
Yeah.
So the new 17-mile-long path, which isn't that much when you consider it, would connect the Brightline station at Orlando International Airport to the I-4 corridor, which then heads into Tampa. And it brings Brightline one step closer to a friendly and eco-friendly and modern rail connection between Orlando and Tampa.
Yay.
Because they're just dissing on Amtrak at this point.
I mean, Amtrak runs what, like twice a day between those destinations? Yeah. Not great.
And on Brightline's extension north, they now have over 1,000 construction workers building the Miami to Orlando line, and they've resumed the construction of hourly service in Q4.
As we talked about it, they're back at it. They're going to kill some people.
Yeah, so, yay. Natural selection.
Yeah, God. Florida, man.
I stand proud with my comrades.
Yeah, just don't stand proud with them on the railroad tracks, please.
Yeah, when we link arms hand in hand, I'm gonna let them stay on the tracks.
They can't hit all of us.
They can't hit us all.
Joke's on you. They totally can.
Well, okay, but there's a certain point where if you were to line up every human in existence and run a train into them, the train would have to stop just because of the sheer amount of bodies in front of the train.
I don't know. If you add more engines, it should work out.
Yeah, but like...
You put a big old plow on the front of it. You figure rotary plow. God, that's gruesome. Why am I saying that out loud?
Dude.
Anyway, nightmare fuel.
Wood chipper.
So the planned opening date of the Orlando line is December 22, and actually remains on progress despite coronavirus. I expect that to change very soon because nothing ever gets completed on time in the U.S., especially infrastructure.
Yeah, well, this is Brightline we're talking about. Were they not on time when they opened originally? I thought they were.
They were a couple months late.
Close enough.
Which is better than most in infrastructure projects.
Fact of the matter is they opened, and that's the important takeaway here.
Yeah, and the budget has only increased by $2 million, which is impressive.
Not bad for this scale of project.
Man, you mentioned infrastructure, and it reminded me of what the CTA wants to do with State and Lake, and I'm just imagining the freaking hot mess it's gonna make everything downtown.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, construction is never fun.
It's never fun, but when it opens and you get to mow people down, that's when make people stop at the road crossing.
Concern.
It's gonna be such a mess, dude.
Well, let's see, 2022. That's gonna be before the next trip. If the next trip is
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me happier. I totally want to do a Florida trip and ride Brightline.
That's totally on the dock too, which is why you should vote for the Florida trip. This is my PSA to everyone. And then lastly, the last bit of Brightline news is out in Las Vegas, so rip off Brightline.
They still own it, don't they?
Yeah. They recently purchased 110 acres of land in South Las Vegas.
Sheesh.
The price was not disclosed, probably because it cost them a couple of kidneys.
Just a couple. Maybe some skin as well.
Yeah. And maybe like 15 hearts.
Because
where did you get the hearts? Oh, it's from all the people we hit with the train.
Oh wait, you said Vegas, my bad.
No, you see, when I go to donate a kidney, like, they should be happy, and so when I donate 15, they should be overjoyed. But no, the cops come after me, question where they all came from.
Yeah. I can't donate blood anymore because I asked too many questions, like, where did this blood come from? Why is it in a bucket?
Why is it in a bucket? I'm trying to make chum.
Damn ingrates. Well, don't worry, Brightline's gonna be... I'm amazed that we have all this Brightline news. Brightline's back. They still haven't hit anybody yet.
We can change that.
It's been 2 days. Well, let's not be the people that change that. It would be cool if we didn't like push someone in front of a train.
Well, who said we had to push them?
Yeah.
There's
There are
multiple
many other
ways.
ways that we can
Yeah.
commit manslaughter / like second-degree murder or first degree or whatever it would be for that. It's indirect, but you still killed a man.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Yeah, quietly listening in the background.
Yeah,
I'll
hi,
write that down.
FBI. Yeah, the CIA is taking down notes on what to do with next dictatorship that comes up.
Is there a hitman level where you can push someone in front of a train?
I mean, it's
If
pretty.
there isn't, there better be.
That's how mafia works.
That's how mafia works. I mean, I should know.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, the assaults up there make quick work.
No, but so this is going to be between downtown Tampa and the Orlando airport, right? Those are the furthest extents of this system.
In Florida, yes.
All right.
It'll go from.
I need a map of Florida. Hold on. I'm not sure I know where everything is in Florida. Just give me a second.
Okay.
So
if we think of it as a dick.
Oh, Tampa's the one on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
Tampa's on that side, and then okay. So are they already in Miami? Like they run into downtown?
Yeah, they already run into downtown Miami, and when I mean into downtown, they use the old site of the old FEC station, which is about as downtown as you can get in downtown. I'm talking like Grand Central Station in New York type downtown.
Brightline, Miami Century, 1 North. Oh wow, yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah. And
Miami
then
Central Station.
All right, let's see what we got.
Then, of course, there's a station in Fort Lauderdale, which is where the pictures of mine were taken from, right at that bridge. And then they have the station in West Palm, which is the one that's been operational for about a year now. The tracks from West Palm to Orlando, I think, are around halfway done. And if you go onto Google Maps and actually zoom into Orlando International Airport and go to the south side, you can actually see the stations already built. And you can already see all of the, like, bridges.
Construction, yeah.
Yeah, all the bridges and stuff already laid down, all the tunnels. There's just no rails. I remember a couple months back they started laying down the rails, but of course you probably can't see that on Google Maps.
This is so exciting, dude. When's the last time we got rail of this caliber and size built in the U.S.?
Dude,
Like
Probably not in a very long time. That's for sure.
It's been decades. It's been decades.
Yeah.
Like we haven't got this is probably just because most railroads don't really.
Okay, actually, the better question: when was the last time a railroad created a completely new right of way?
yeah.
That's
Exactly.
That's
a better way to put it.
That has been centuries.
All right, I wanna. Well, maybe not centuries.
Yeah,
but
that.
Not centuries. It's just
Bro,
been a very,
probably
very
decades.
long time.
Although, I mean, there have probably been a lot of small expansion projects that that fly under the radar. Some of which we've probably talked about. As a matter of fact, if I can do an aside real quick, they're building a new spur for Komatsu in Milwaukee, which is neat. I know it doesn't count as like a whole new right of way, but more rail served industry is good.
Ship by rail.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, no, I'm vicariously excited about this, and
Ohio,
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, Brightline running over people, a small price to pay for trains.
For train.
A sacrifice I am willing to make.
Yeah, some of you may die.
But that is
It is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
That's literally what Florida says.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you're still in Google Maps or not. But if you were to go directly south from the Orlando station, there's a pair of, I think, CSX tracks that leads to Sunrail, which I'm pretty sure is what Brightline is going to build next to, because they don't have to build those houses like that if they just run next to the right-of-way.
Mm-hmm.
Have a station with Sunrail, and then most likely there is this is kind of speculation, but just based off of the infrastructure of Orlando and how things laid out, that would be where the split off is for the Disney station.
Well, they're supposed to. No, if
Okay.
if I may, I believe they're supposed to run down 417, run on the median of
Yeah.
Route 417, because I remember that being like the punchline of the last few Brightline articles we had. That these people pissing and moaning about, oh, the tolls, blah blah blah, and railroads occupying our quaint little neighborhoods, and it's like they're building down the middle of the effing turnpike. Like, what do you mean they're making more noise?
But that does remind me, Universal is actually fighting the Disney station with Brightline because they want their own Brightline station, obviously now. Which is great for
God
Brightline.
damn it! Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
I'm sure Brightline will be like, fine, just give them both a station.
You get a
so
station.
Shut up.
But the thing is, obviously, Disney doesn't want a Universal station, and Universal doesn't want a Disney station.
Yeah, well, you know what they should do? Just put it up for auction. Highest bidder. We'll see who pays more.
That's probably what they're gonna have to do because,
bro.
I mean, going to Disney would probably be the better option, considering Disney. Not everyone knows Universal. Everyone knows Disney. And
I just want to say, here's what they do. I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's what they do. They do it. They go to the highest bidder. These companies are going to spend ridiculous amounts of money to get a Brightline station. Whoever wins, Brightline gives them their station, and then like a year later they build the other one. Because what are they going to do? Stop running trains to the first one?
Literally, what I was literally about to say something like that. Like, okay, so it probably comes down to who gets the station first, and then they're going to give them a station later. Like, I guarantee you, within 10 years, both of them are going to have a station.
Yeah, I think 10 years is too long of a timeline. Well, let's
see. I just found the weirdest Starbucks.
Five.
I zoomed into the 536 from where the I-4 connect, and it's just Starbucks off the intersection.
Okay. Send a screenshot.
I did. Anyway. It's in Terminus.
Okay.
How is there a Starbucks there?
I feel like this is a misplaced icon.
Yeah.
But anyway, so while we're on the subject of Florida.
Yeah, Florida. U.S. Sugar. If we haven't already talked about it on the show, they're acquiring
because
Atlantic Coastline 1504. That's been on display in Jacksonville for how long?
Since the 90s, 92 if I'm not mistaken.
I like how it's since the 90s, but that isn't actually that long. Like, for an engine to be on display. Oh no, it says, while moving 1504, a downtown landmark since 1960.
Oh, and it was restored in 92 then, that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they're acquiring 1504. City Council's approved it. So it's well on its way to heading to Clewiston, right?
I have some breaking news.
Go on. We'll come back to this. What is your breaking news?
Tickets on sale for Union Pacific Big Boy excursion. Posted yesterday.
Ooh. All right. Just as a brief aside, then, 4014 is well. By the time this podcast comes out, they're all going to be gone probably. But 4014 is going on another tour.
Quickly, ping Graham.
Yeah, I'll just post the link to that in the cargos.
Out of New Orleans.
Oh, let's go tell Brett.
Wow, Mason just posted a crazy statistic in The Horseman.
What's that?
Talking about every country's electrification, Japan is 75% electrified.
I like how Russia's 50%, although I guess I'm not that surprised about it.
Well, I mean,
why is Pakistan on the list? 0%.
You did it.
Maybe they have a single line. Like maybe what they interchange with India, like they have
those
mile.
Significant figures.
Yeah.
It's amazing who's high on that list. I mean, India and I mean, Japan I'm not surprised about. India I kind of am because they just have so much train. China, a lot of it's new build, so I can understand that. South Korea, EU, Russia.
I'm kind of surprised about Russia, to be honest.
I'm kind of surprised the UK is so low, honestly. I figured it would be higher than 33%. I'm surprised Australia has that much.
Australia, a lot of the for some reason, I was bored and I did research there. A lot of the Australian electric lines are kind of just like the commuter areas around the major cities because there's nothing else in Australia.
Well, that makes sense. I'd never seen an Australian electric train. So, anyway, sorry, we're totally on an aside here. Yeah, let's talk about Florida East Coast. What are they going to use 2 Pacifics for?
The more the merrier.
All right, sorry, I mean
From
U.S.
what I
sugar.
understand, they're
Where are your
they're
Pacifics?
basically setting up a tourist railroad.
Oh, of course they are.
Sorry to
East knows more
interrupt.
about Florida stuff. So go
Yeah.
for it.
When
Florida
I went
man,
to
go
when I went to go see 148. Oh, I went to see 148 since the last podcast. I can talk about that.
Well, there's a charter as well. The charter coming up.
When I went to go see 148, I was talking with some of the crew, and they've already acquired a bunch of cars, passenger cars, a baggage car, an open air car. We plan to start running excursions with 148, and by the end of the year,
Sweet.
or midsummer 2022, depending on what happens with COVID. So you're going to be running excursions, and that's just kind of what they're going to be doing now.
I mean,
That's awesome.
I'm excited. I kind of hope they don't go the way of the Strasbourg, where they end up basically making the steam engines just tourist service then, because it's really fun to see 148 as just part of the roster.
I mean, they use it. They've used it before to pull cane trains when
Yes.
the diesels poo themselves.
That's what I want to see more
really?
of.
Yeah, their roster is GP38s and GP11s, and most of them are ex-SP or Milwaukee, and they like to poo themselves a lot.
Why doesn't that surprise me very much?
Yeah, I had a friend who used to work up there. We've talked about it before. I don't think I've on a podcast, but in the chats. The engines look good on the outside with the paint, but on the inside they're totally just disasters. The cabs look like they haven't been touched in 40 years.
So what you're saying is they're cosmetically restored yet operational.
Cosmetically restored diesels.
Yeah, pretty
know
much.
That's what we're just going to see then. They're not going to maintain the diesels. They're just going to transition. They're going to go through transition era in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Reject modernity, embrace tradition.
Yeah, what was this 080 about? I know we showed the pictures of 080 earlier, but...
So I was doing some more research into it earlier, and from a video I found when they were moving it onto property. So what I've discovered is there's a current legal dispute over who owns it, but the only thing, like the engine was almost completely restored except for the boiler. Everything else would have been operational if it had an operational boiler.
Okay.
Before it was moved.
We all know the boiler is the easy part.
Yeah, it's obviously tubes. But it's sitting on USS property as of 2017. I'm pretty sure it's still there. The legal dispute over who owns it, but I'm pretty sure that the USSC doesn't own it. It's probably a dispute between two other owners, two private entities.
Oh, okay.
But it is sitting on USSC property.
I was gonna ask, are they trying to get an 080 now? Do they want like a steam-powered yard switcher?
Yeah.
That's the thing I was most curious about. And you said something like they're rebuilding their old roster with the engines that they're picking up?
Yeah, 148 was ex USSC. I believe 253 is ex USSC. Then it went to somewhere out in Texas. Then just kind of stood in a shed until someone discovered it in like 2003 or something like that. And then they shipped it back to Florida.
Nice.
Cosmetically restored it. And then it was almost fully restored again, except for the boiler. When the lease on the land they were on ran out, and the landowner didn't want to renew the lease, so they were kicked out. Which is why it was now being stored at the USSC, and I assume now that's where the legal dispute comes in.
Oh, just for
with
the storage.
With the ownership, probably.
Oh, but yeah, that'll happen. Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering if there was like a secret third steam engine. When you posted a picture of an 080, I was like, well, now where did this come from? This isn't the engine we've been hearing about. Uh, Either way, that is exciting for U.S. Sugar. I assume that's on the list as well.
It is.
Good.
And they'll most likely be running excursions by the time. And they might even be running excursions with 1504 by that time, because 1504, I've seen 1504 in person. I don't know what the inside looks like, but from the outside, it's in excellent condition. Jacksonville did a pretty good job of preventing people from stealing parts and keeping it at least cosmetically really nice. And if you keep something cosmetically really nice, chances are you probably at least kept the other important parts in decent condition.
I mean, it's entirely possible the boiler and firebox are totally worn out, worn through.
Yeah.
But, I mean, how much can a locomotive restoration really cost? Oh, wait. Anybody want the newest update from 1309? Discussion topic number 3.
Well, hold on. We went from high-speed rail to other things, but I have the thing I have high-speed rail.
All right, fine. Talk about your damn high-speed rail. We'll talk about this disaster piece in a few minutes.
So, yeah, we gotta save the best for last.
Yeah, you mean the worst?
Exactly. So, Illinois wants to form a high-speed rail commission now with the uprising of high-speed rail around the country, which is fascinating, and I think it's great. I think it's great to finally see this improvement because there hasn't been much progression in terms of rail traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So the state of Illinois wants to form a statewide commission to build a high-speed rail from Chicago to St. Louis.
Okay.
And it's passed by the state legislature and is now waiting a signature from our governor.
Okay.
And they plan to to be able to connect it to existing Amtrak and Metro services. So I'm curious to see what happens. I wonder if Brightline is going to be like, okay, we'll do it.
That would be really funny. But
I mean, I would be shocked if they did.
Dude, Brightline's in Florida, Brightline's on the west.
Because I remember the Vegas one wasn't originally Brightline. It was some other company, and then what's-his-face, Richard Branson was like, we're going to buy you. Back when Richard Branson was like, I'm going to buy Brightline.
Do we remember when California High Speed Rail wanted to give it a shot and they didn't get anywhere?
I mean, they have like a couple of bridges, I think.
Good job, you have bridges. Nothing to go over them, though.
Yeah, well...
I mean, hobos.
Like we've said before on this show, California High Speed Rail is a total, like... It's a showing in how not to build high-speed rail.
On the topic of California, could we just talk about and pay some respects to the whole state burning itself down again?
Again, yeah.
Speaking of which, can we get an F in the chat for KDY?
Rip KDY. I never got to see that, please.
Well, we don't... Do we know...
Wait.
Like,
is it actually, like...
Yeah, I was going to say. I've only heard, like, hearsay.
So, the area...
There is a chance it's okay because the bridge is, like, super high above all the vegetation and everything that would be burning. But heat rises, so, of course, the steel is probably warped and unsafe for trains now.
It's going to need at least an inspection if it's still standing.
And a good inspection at that.
I mean...
Tennessee.
Like, if the area around
thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
I mean, if the area around it completely burnt, then there's a very good chance that this bridge is no longer structurally safe, so it would have to either be rebuilt or...
I mean, it's possible. It depends how good the brush clearing is around it, and also just with... Okay, everything around it probably burned, even if it isn't damaged by that. The ties on it probably burned, and that can do some damage. Like, the walkway over the Hudson, the old Poughkeepsie Bridge, that also, like, the whole top of it burned, and that was the last time they ran trains across it. The bridge, of course, is still standing and still supports people. It can even support a concrete walkway, which is what's on top of it now. But
looking at the pictures that have been posted now, I'm gonna say it's safe to say that bridge probably needs to get rebuilt.
Yeah, there's trees going under the bridge.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
that does not look good.
It's not that bad. It's not totally crowded by vegetation. There is a lot of space around it, but it's still going to be in the middle of some hellfire.
Yeah.
Especially, well, no, honestly, on the close side, we can't really tell. The biggest problem would be sort of on the left leg of the Y. Let me open it to show, because I also only had a vague image of what this looks like.
Depends on which left side you mean.
Looking at the left leg, looking at the picture.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a bookie, so I'm not going to give odds on this. But I think there's a good chance it's in a bad way, but I don't think there's a good chance that it's gone. Like, it's not going to get
it's certainly
knocks and caned.
It certainly had most likely sustained structural damage.
In some extent. Because it looks like the decking is wood. Just looking on images. So at least the decking is probably completely burnt off.
Well, the ties are wood anyway.
Yeah, that as well.
It's probable that they will have to not, like, rebuild from the ground up, but rebuild as in, like, what's the word?
They might need to relay some
They'll have
track
to restore the bridge, basically. They'll have to get it back into good shape. That's what it's going to need. That's my bet anyway. But
that's
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's a pretty bad bridge to have out of commission.
Dude, there's multiple bridges out of commission. Big rail bridges at that.
UP is a disaster right now. The whole of Union Pacific, which I kind of wish O'Gillis had made it on here, because I know he would have loved to talk about how much of a mess that is.
It's crazy to think that, like, most of the rail lines out of California are ruined because of the fires.
Mm-hmm.
Stop setting yourself on fire.
I mean, it's not exactly their fault.
I mean, the state of California is just a pyro.
Yeah,
it's miserable.
I won't say that I won't say that it's not totally preventable. Or, like, I won't say that there aren't things that they could have done to mitigate it, but I will say that this is just sort of an effect of droughts and climate change, etc. It's not something that's stoppable to the point of, like, oh, damn, you're on fire again. You really shouldn't have done that.
What's the story behind that? The GP7, is that GP7 or GP9?
It's one of the two leading an Amtrak train.
Yeah, what's the story behind that? Was it a rescue train?
I love that so much.
I think this was from the museum. I think this was like what's it call it? It was a Railfan special.
Hey,
I see. Because my mind immediately went to Santa Fe 1755 when it led the Amtrak Southwest chief once. Not Santa Fe, BNSF 1755. I just called it Santa Fe because it's still patched.
I want to throw this out there, though. I want to pull this back to Illinois for a second, because that's what we're kind of supposed to be talking about. We already burned like 8 minutes of this on just random stuff, which is fine because it's good content. But I did want to say, I feel like there are two things going for them at this point. One is the fact that Illinois is flat as a board, and lots of farms. Yeah. And the other is that it's a very pro-transit area. I just think they're not biting off more than they can chew, and I think that's good. Quote, this is a major step forward for our alliance and for the nation. I agree. I mean, high-speed rail is important. We should be moving towards it. But even if it has to be done in, like, piecemeal bits, at least we're getting something.
Dude, bit by bit is better than nothing at all.
Yeah.
And
I'm not saying settle, but I'm saying be happy.
And let's look at it in the reality of things. Building new railroad in 2021 is not a cheap.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's never a cheap. It never will be a cheap.
It's not cheap. And it's not easy because, like, look at all the already existing railroad infrastructure. There's almost not much. There's not much room for anything else.
the least you'd be able to do is just acquire a small bit of line and then refurbish it.
I almost wonder if they're gonna like take a couple tracks in Chicago Union Station and dedicate it to
the only other thing I can think of so far is that one short line in Missouri that has not the Milwaukee, but the hell? Did I literally think that? Not the short line in Missouri that assumed the identity of the Rock Island Railroad.
Oh, I love them so much. They're not exactly high-speed rail. I did want to say though, I would wager that unless they decide to build their own terminal on the outskirts of Chicago, somewhere with a transit connection, they will be this hypothetical high-speed system will be doing what I think California is supposed to be doing, which is basically it's just going to tie into the existing rail network once it gets close enough to the city center. I don't think you're going to have dedicated platforms. I mean, I think you'll have platforms that regularly see these trains, just like the same platform every day probably sees the Southwest Chief leave Chicago. But, you know, it will be just part of the integrated network, which is going to be really cool to see, probably, to see a proper high-speed train in Chicago terminal next to, like, you know, the California Zephyr or something. Anyway.
It's gonna be sick.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Do we want to save the disaster for last, or do we want to talk about?
Yeah, let's save the disaster for last. Like, I still have the LCL to talk about.
Yeah, no, and this is another like going back to the past a little bit. Yeah. So, what is LCL for those who don't know?
LCL stands for less than carload service. It's a door-to-door like basically it's a door-to-door logistics solution that quote leverages intermodal service, boxcar capacity, door-to-door reach beyond the rail, and unique supply chain solution.
Okay.
There's
the tagline.
Yeah.
But what it means in short is, remember when everything used to go through freight houses? You'd have a little truck drop your package off at a freight house, and then it would be loaded onto a boxcar, and that boxcar would be sent along on a train. That's what NS is trying to do. What are the destinations? I know one of them Chicago.
Chicago and Atlanta. Between Chicago and Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Which is an interesting choice, but I guess it works for them.
Yeah.
So they will be doing basically door-to-door delivery or close to it, and presumably small trucks to a freight house or equivalent, loaded onto a boxcar and then unloaded and distributed at the destination, which is cool, and I'm really glad we can get back to that. Honestly, I hope to God this is a huge success for NS. I hope this works really well, and they decide to do it everywhere, because that would be a godsend for shippers and I guess environmentalists too, because it's more efficient than trucks. And it would also just be really cool from a railroading standpoint. We're bringing back a common practice, a practice that used to be standard practice and is basically gone from at least the U.S. I mean, what do you guys think about this?
I'm really excited to see. Ellis, I'm with you. I hope this works.
Yeah.
And they expand it. But the first thing that went through my head was, okay, if this works, I almost have a feeling Amazon would try to get in on this somehow, and then it would be it would just shoot through the roof.
Yeah. This is the one time I'm saying, Amazon, sure, do that, get on that. Actually, sorry, one of 2 times I'm saying that. The other time was when they said they were going to start doing, blimps and drone delivery. Giant blimps full of drones. If you guys have ever seen that GIF of the Amazon blimp with all the drones popping out of it.
That would be kind of cool to see.
I mean, the GIF...
I don't like Amazon, but...
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because it's one of my favorite things. But yeah, no, I want to see Amazon. I mean, honestly, I just want to see Amazon or any shipping company or whatever just see if you can integrate railroad into your terminals. I know most of these truck terminals are in the middle of nowhere as far as railroading goes, but it just seems like so much of a missed opportunity to not be doing that. Imagine if FedEx had a TBA, imagine if your facility had a freight spur and you just loaded stuff directly onto the trains.
Imagine if FedEx had their own trains. Like, I'd be all over that.
Yeah, that. Oh, now I just remembered.
Funny enough, I was talking about that yesterday. I was like, imagine if FedEx owned rail equipment.
That would be pretty cool. Like, that would actually be awesome. But
and
you
like
said
shipped,
that, and
like shipped trains, from hub to hub or from hub to building. That would be
that would be pretty cool. And you said that, and now I just instantly think of this one thing that happened with some New Jersey Transit locomotives.
It would give a whole like FedEx Rail would be pretty neat.
You have FedEx Ground and FedEx Rail.
I showed this to a friend of mine like last month, and he responded saying FedExpress, basically.
FedEx Express, yeah, with New Jersey Transit.
The thing about this is
where's Matt's FedEx curse?
Anyway.
FedEx has been shipping with Class 1 railroads around the country for years already, and that's all they really need to do.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not saying that they're not doing it now, but like the difference is when something leaves your facility, right? Even if it's in an intermodal container already, it's on a truck, and that truck then has to go to the intermodal facility.
I've literally watched a truck that I loaded. I drove behind it just to see. It was an intermodal container, and guess what? It went to the BNSF intermodal facility. Dun, 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 dun. I loaded that shit. It's on a train. Don't know where it went. Don't care.
Well, wouldn't it be cool if you knew, though?
It was like stuff. I saw the address. It was stuff to like Montana.
Oh, that's neat. It's for Agilies.
I also remember loading an intermodal container that was stuff bound for Sacramento, and I started crying because I was little. It made me homesick.
Aww.
I saw all these names. I was like Auburn, Sacramento, Roseville. I'm like, oh, I lived there.
Aww. I had a GeoGuessr in
That's
Roseville.
unfortunate.
Oh, for real? That's cool.
Yeah. It was like right at like the government center, and like the courthouse and everything. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Wait,
I've been here. I know this place.
Yeah.
TBA is just now finding out about 210.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm finding.
Oh no! Why?
Oh, no.
210.
Oh no.
That's.
No.
I heard
There
she's
is-
banned from riding Metro trains.
What? Oh, what?
Metro 210 and the mentally ill lady that loves the locomotive.
The woman who would probably put a lot of people to shame.
All right. Well, let's move on about this.
Let's move on to that. We already have got the
don't need to
big
shame
mama
this
to
poor
discover.
woman.
AK, or as we
We're
like,
not shaming. We're only exposing.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but that's
they've
fine,
got
right?
the big mama to cover, or as I like to
your
call
mom.
it, the
Correct.
not the film, the locomotive restoration that makes the production of Thief and the Cobbler look normal.
All right. I don't.
If anyone gets that reference, leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, because a lot of my friends don't even know that movie.
Yeah. I don't think anybody here does.
mean-
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, 1309. I felt like I was rolling right into this earlier, and I don't have that same energy now, which is disappointing. But everybody knows the disaster that is 1309. If you've listened to this podcast, I don't know, ever,
It's just, it's like a night. It's like the absolute freaking nightmare of locomotive restorations.
spent about $3 million on this. But here's the best part. What is the thing that they keep doing? Does anyone remember the thing that they keep doing?
Derailing?
No,
Breaking
actually,
it.
because they don't run the damn thing.
Blowing it up?
No, they keep
I run the
promising that
thing.
they're gonna run it and keep selling tickets behind it, and then it never happens. They've done that for like 4 or 5 years in a row.
People
And
need to
they
stop buying
basic-
those tickets because it's all false.
If it wasn't for the fact that they actually were restoring it, actually, in quotes, I would have felt people were being scammed.
Yeah.
That's what it
No,
is.
it's just idiocy. It's not a scam. We promise. Actually, they got a
Well,
new
yeah,
director.
but that's just the vibe I get.
Yeah. No, they got a new interim director. This was a little bit older, but they added oh, sorry. Its current director took a 60-day leave. So,
60 days becomes 60 years.
he also He's okay. Actually, this is interesting. The executive director or the temporary director is also the executive director of the main narrow gauge in Portland. So, that's interesting.
How could they do one so right and one so wrong?
Well, one of them's
Bring
1309.
Bring
I don't even
1309
know.
to Portland. Bring it to
God.
the WWNF.
Yeah, 1309 to the WWF when. They'll sell tickets for it tomorrow.
It'll take
But
up
no.
the entire yard, but
Remember how they said 1309 was 100% done, and then they said it was not 100% done?
yeah.
They now have said that it's progressed steadily since New Year's, and they've been waiting on delivery of some of the vital components. What vital components do you
steamed
not
up
have?
the damn thing months ago. What's
Yeah, guys, we're
taking
still
you
waiting on
so
some-
Maybe
long?
like
Guys,
a
they need some
stoker or
juice.
something.
We
We're
need
waiting
some.
on the shovel.
No. You know, hang on. Let me find it. Oh me.
They need a new whistle after they blew the last one.
Yeah.
Task failed successfully.
But no, they said they're now on the way. These parts that they were missing apparently, and then they will be using 1309 on select dates of the Polar Express train ride. Full details of which will be announced on Sunday, which is tomorrow. Somehow, I don't think that 1309 is going to be running in December. I don't think it's going to be running ever, like in our lives.
Oh, come on, guys. Have a little faith. If they put a diesel behind it, it'll move.
Okay, that's true, but then it'll just break the track. Oh, you know what? At least they're being a little bit wise, because it goes on to say, the finish line is in sight, but we will not be announcing further running dates until the end. Oh, wait, further? Like beyond Polar Express? God damn it. Until the engine has been inspected by the FRA and completed another period of tested. First of all, tested, not testing. Second of all, it hasn't even been inspected yet, and they're trying to sell tickets for it.
Oh, this is the reference I wanted to make when I said, you want to know what they were looking for? The vital components were taller buildings, red flags, and some bacon.
Yeah, thank you. The other... Apparently they were fire bricks.
The wonderful fire
wait.
brick. This one goes out to
So-
you, Tyler.
So wait, they steamed it up. With, huh?
I don't know. Listen, I have no idea how they did anything that they've done to this point, or how they intend to do anything going forward. My mind is completely boggled. None of this makes any sense.
The restoration crew are practitioners of black arts.
Yeah.
Okay, dark magic.
Okay, wait. Hear me out. So there are two universes, right?
Oh, no.
There's our universe and an alternate universe where 1309 is fully, it's
Shorty
fully
goes,
restored, but it doesn't run. Like it's just stationary.
Shorty
Oh.
goes 1309.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they're pulling parts off the alternate universe one to get to this one, but
I thought you were
Well, as far
going
as I
to.
got-
I thought you were going to say that there are two universes. One where 1309 isn't restored but somehow does run. That's ours. And one where 1309 is restored but does not run, and that's the other one.
That's basically what's happening right now.
Yeah, I was also going to make a joke about Doctor Strange sees 14 million futures, and are there any where 1309 gets finished? No. But
Also, they're saying that 1309 will be used on select dates of the Polar Express train ride.
allegedly.
Why do I have a feeling that that's freaking poppycock?
Yeah, no, that's
No.
not going to happen. That's what I was saying. There's no way. There's
The
zero
select-
chance.
The select dates of the run are the days that after the Polar Express ends.
The select day that it's running is December 32nd.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh, God.
like this is just
we're just
this thing is a cluster hack.
It's awful. I don't know.
How dare you curse on this Christian podcast?
Yeah.
all right, Karen.
At least he
How
had a
did that
demon.
make
That was horrifying. That
Why?
was... Okay.
All right, Karen.
Does anyone here know a priest?
Y'all need
I mean,
No,
I mean,
I don't go to
I mean,
church.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
makes a lot of
my
sense.
grandfather was a pastor for a while, but
What is this?
Do you think he can perform an exorcism?
Oh, I just saw another article for
No.
sugarcane engine, and I was like, oh, did we miss a U.S. sugar thing? No, it's for an Australian sugarcane engine. Totally different.
Well then.
Mom, can we have sugar at home? I mean, Mom, can we have sugar? No, we have sugar at home. Sugar at home.
We have U.S. sugar at home. Australian sugar.
land down under base boosted.
Well, anyway, if that's what we wanted to cover for this episode, I suppose we can just move right along. Amtracker the Amtracker was not working, and it still is not working.
So all of the latest trains on Amtrak are
all the trains are the latest. I think the latest is 6, based on what Achilles was saying. TBA,
it's
I remember
working for
once
me.
a time you just. Oh, it is?
Yeah. Okay. Everyone else latest train on Amtrak.
Okay, I'll take it. My guess is going to be train 6.
Which 6?
I don't know. Usually I just go with whatever one is the latest when there are multiple of the same.
Oh, okay. TBA.
6.
Ellis said 6.
I mean, we've had duplicates before.
Okay. So, Jada and HMF.
Yeah.
What's the latest train on Amtrak?
Just take a guess.
Latest
Don't
train
look.
on Amtrak.
Don't
So
look.
so the earliest train on Amtrak so far, like as far as my, okay,
Don't be looking.
so like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
don't
looking
look.
at the map.
oh, sorry, I have, well, I can't answer that question, and since I have no clue,
Well, it's a
You-
guess.
take a guess.
You're supposed to make a guess, dude, without looking at the map.
I'm just gonna guess the Capital Limited and move on.
Okay. I
Man,
don't know
have
which
you
number
been on
that
this?
is.
How many times have you been on this show?
29 and 30.
About 4. Like,
that's
sorry,
fine. Thank you.
I keep getting I'm all scatterbrained for some reason. I don't know why.
It happens. The podcast does that to you.
I have no idea what 29 and 30 are. Oh, I found it. Okay. Is it 29 or 30? Which capital limit is?
Just give him whatever
Okay.
one's the latest.
And then Jada.
Go
Jada.
with the lake. What?
Oh, my bad.
It's all good. Let's go with the Lakeshore Limited from
Okay.
going westbound. So 48.
48. I'll try and find it. Oop, I found
All
49.
right. Let's see. What have we got then, East? Lay it on
Okay,
us.
so 29 is the latest capital limited at 2 minutes late.
Rookie numbers.
The other one is on time. I can't find 48, but I see 49.
48 might be
Good.
off the system already.
Yeah, 8 minutes late. And then
It's not bad.
6 in Denver is 6 hours and 8 minutes late.
Ooh.
While 6 in Chicago is 6 hours and 24 minutes late.
Ooh.
While 6 in Nevada is 2 hours and 5 minutes late. So
6 is
Oh
having
my
a bad time
God.
all around.
And there were 3 5s on the system, with the latest 5 being 5 hours and 42 minutes.
Well, you know, that's what happens when all of the UP traffic is routed over Donner right now.
Yeah. Everything is on fire.
Shocking nobody, because California is literally just a living matchbox. Here we go.
Also, all the desert. Just all the desert. Desert and trees.
Literally,
Well,
like
anyway.
the foresty parts of California are just deserts now.
Yeah. Well, drought will do that to you. Anyway. I have
If
something for...
California runs out of water, it becomes immediately uninhabitable.
I know they should build some desalination plants, but those are expensive as heck.
They talked
Anyway.
about that like years ago and have never been done anything.
I know, because it's like, well, we'll push it off, we'll push it off. No, you're gonna run out of water. It's gonna be a disaster. Anyway, I did want to share something maintenance away related, which we were supposed to do before latest train on Amtrak, but I got a little bit carried away. But does anybody have any advertisements before I do?
I do.
Go ahead.
Check out my YouTube channel, Elevated Rail Productions, if you are interested in seeing Chicagoland Railfan and CTA trains.
All right, throw me a link down in the podcast so I can link it up for you.
I linked. There's a link for it as
Bless
my
you.
termination.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Oh, you can pick another termination. I'm just gonna steal this. I'm going to say that I would like to sit down and develop a proper video series now that things have settled down for me. So that I can get a sequence down so that we can do the podcast more regularly, and so that I can return to Tolbrand, as well as maybe a couple of other little things. There's a series, Tolbrand, Under Construction is probably going to become a stream, and there's another series that I would like to do, which is a more direct Q&A and like tutorial series about mostly AI, but about whatever you want in trains. That would be called Enter the Track Mark. And I'm super excited for this if I can find time to produce it, because it's going to be more of a medium length edited down Q&A instructional thing where I would spend the whole day basically doing little things with my AI, recording it, and then talking about the troubleshooting that I'm doing. Because I feel like with Under Construction I do a lot on the building side of trains, and I know I've disseminated a lot of information that way, and I've learned a lot myself, but the thing that I haven't been able to touch on is the thing that I like the most in trains, which is the AI work. So if I can make a series dedicated to that, I'm going to be really excited, and I'll be able to share a lot of information with everybody else that watches. So that means video schedule something coming soon, TM.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And that's it for me. Does anybody have any other advertisements?
No.
Okay,
Visit
then it's...
the WWNF.
Yes, WWF good.
Vote for the Florida trip.
Let's go in order. Alright. JDur, you're up first.
This isn't really train related. I found this, I think yesterday, just searching YouTube for memes. It doesn't get funny till about 30 seconds in. 30 or 35 seconds in, but it's probably shouldn't laugh, but...
Oh no. I wanted to find something to use as my termination. There it is. I want this. Give me this. And I put it in the wrong spot. Whatever. So I'm up next, and I would like to share this article about the Housatonic trying to develop some passenger service, which is the plot of a certain script that I may or may not have been working on. So this is an article about what they're calling bi-state cooperation between Connecticut, Massachusetts, well, Connecticut and New York, presumably, but Massachusetts would also be involved. They want to get some trains in. They want to get some more trains from the Housatonic corridor into New York City. So, also the Housatonic, of course, rolled up to the building in their locomotive.
That's a flex.
That is a Chad move right there. I love that. It's also called the Train Campaign, and I love that.
That's an That's a nice name.
Yeah, @Train Campaign on Twitter. So this is super excited. I'm gonna sit down and read this article once the show is over. I kind of wanted to talk about this, but I didn't get the chance to take a look at it. Yeah, no, I'm really jazzed about this. Anyway, you can check it out. It's my termination. Ellis with 0. Housatonic passenger. And next up is TBA. Oh, did he just leave?
Yeah, so that's who he's dressed.
Okay, well, TBA with 0. He says, she. Anyway, Bears?
Mine's just a quote from David Cronenberg's version of The Fly.
Okay.
I already made it obvious, but you know, like he's turning into Bundlefly.
Jeff Goldblum, good. And East?
Arpeggio, however the hell you pronounce it. Of Blue Steel is really good, especially the movies, like really heartwarming.
Okay. Is this anime?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it to people. There's like no fan service, which is great because,
nice.
Especially for Brian, if you ever watch that, screw you. I hate fan service. But yeah, it's like genuinely really good. I definitely recommend it if you guys need something to watch. If anyone in this podcast, like the 2 people that watch it, definitely.
Well, anyway.
Really
Yeah, thumbnails. It seems pretty interesting.
good. It is like it's really good. I think Alice would also really enjoy it.
I might. I just don't typically watch anime. I just hardly have time to watch movies these days. I have a movie list with Gloria like 4 pages long, and we've crossed off like 6 in the time that we've been dating, which is almost 9 months. We're doing pretty poorly in terms of timing here, but oh well. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for coming on to this episode of the Terminus podcast. I would also like to thank Wes and Steve from Steam Locomotive for their incredible website. I would like to thank, well, Virtual Railfan, I suppose, and all of the viewers, all 2 of you. I love you both.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you are listening to this podcast and you want to join our Discord, there's a link down in the Cargoes. The Cargoes document also has all the stuff from Locomotive Versus, the camera, the Class 1 mantle of responsibility. By the way, KCS still has the mantle. That should surprise nobody. I guess we're just going to... They're probably going to have it until they're gone. I bet.
Likely.
But... what was the last thing that I had to say? There was one more thing that crossed my mind. I feel bad ending without TBA. I'm just trying to stall at this point.
No,
so
I'm
we can
here.
get... Oh, okay, you're back. All right. Hey, all right, there we go. And in case of emergency, call Conrail 1-272-911. Just kidding. Don't call that. It's an actual emergency number.
It actually works.
Yeah, we'll see you all next week.
And don't forget, we've been meaning to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Our Amtrak.